everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Mudassir Mehboob, lecturer in chemistry, GPGC Sawabi. Today I will discuss the remaining portion of the properties of crystalline solids. So let me write the properties of crystalline solids. So we have discussed in the first part of the video that crystalline solids have a special geometrical shape. They have special geometry. Crystalline solids are symmetrical. It means they have symmetry. Third, they have the sharp melting point. It means they can be melt. They can be melt at 1 degree. Okay, so these were the properties that we have discussed in the first lecture, in the first video. Today we are discussing the cleavage plane. What is cleavage plane? Cleavage plane. What is cleavage plane? A plane. Cleavage plane is a plane on which we can cut a crystalline solid. That plane on which we can cut, we can cleave a crystalline solid, that plane is called cleavage plane. So cleavage plane, crystalline solids can be cleaved. Crystalline solids can be cleaved, can be cut at certain plane. That plane, as I mentioned you, that crystalline solid can be cut, can be cleaved at certain plane. That plane is called cleavage plane. Okay, so that is another property of crystalline solid. Crystalline solid have another property which is habit of a crystal. Habit of a crystal. What is habit of a crystal? The shape in which a crystal grows is called habit of that particular crystal. So the shape in which a crystal grows, is called habit habit of a crystal. So this is each and every crystal have its own shape. Each and every crystal can grow at some particular shape. So that is the reason that each and every crystal have its own habit, and it is the most important property of a crystal, because crystal have special geometrical shapes, and due to this reason each and every crystalline solids have its particular habit. Another property, crystal growth. What is crystal growth? Crystal growth or crystal formation. Each and every crystal can start growing at some particular conditions. Each and every crystal can grow at certain particular condition. This is called the growth of a crystal. Each and every crystal can grow at certain condition. This formation of the crystal at certain condition is known as the growth of a crystal or crystal growth. So the formation of a crystal at certain condition is known as crystal growth. Okay, another property, another characteristic of a crystal, that is anisotropy. What is anisotropy? You will know it, inshallah, after a few seconds, that what is anisotropy. Anisotropy. I have write the spelling correctly. Correct spelling लिखिए. देखिए, anisotropy. Okay, I think it is right. So what is anisotropy? Isotropy means those properties, those physical properties which are same in all the directions. They are called what? Isotropic properties. What are anisotropic properties? Anisotropic properties are those properties which are different in different direction. So those properties which behave differently in different direction, those properties are known as anisotropic properties, and this property of a crystal is known as anisotropy. So let me write those properties, physical properties. Yes, you can write it, physical properties. Those properties which are different, which behave differently, which are different in different directions, are called anisotropic properties. And this property of a crystal is known as anisotropy. And this property or ability to show anisotropism, this property or ability of a crystal to show what? To show anisotropism is called anisotropy. Is called anisotropy. For example, if we talked about the graphite, so graphite have a layered structure, and they are connected through certain bonds. So this graphite cannot pass electricity. Thank you very much. They cannot pass electricity in this direction. Can't pass electricity in this direction, but they can pass electricity in this direction and in this direction. So electricity is an anisotropic property, and this graphite show anisotropism. Okay, we have another property, and that is the isomorphism. What is isomorphism? Isomorphism. What is isomorphism? The phenomena in which different crystals exist in the same shape. Iso means same, and morph means shape, and ism means the phenomena. So the phenomena in which the phenomenon in which different crystals exist in a same shape is called isomorphism. For example, for example, for example, we have sodium chloride and magnesium oxide. This is sodium chloride and this is magnesium oxide. Both are different crystals, but both exist in a cubic form. This is in a cubic. This is exists in a cubic form. This exists in a cubic form. So this phenomena is known as isomorphism, and this magnesium oxide and sodium oxide are called isomorphs. The relationship between these two crystals are called isomorph. So that they are the isomorph of each other. Okay. So we have another property, and that is just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Wait for just 2 minutes. Inshallah, I'm ending my lecture. Okay. So another property of the solid, that is the polymorphism. Polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the phenomena in which one crystalline solid exists in many forms, in many shapes. What is this phenomena? ये कौन सा phenomena है? ये वो phenomena है जिसमें एक हमारे पास एक क्रिस्टल है, एक क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड है एक, और वो डिफरेंट शेप में एग्जिस्ट कर सकता है. तो इस फिनोमेना को हम कहते हैं पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म. द phenomenon in which one crystalline substance exists in different shapes or forms is called what? Is called polymorphism. For example, if we have silver nitrate, this is silver nitrate, and it is one crystalline substance. Look at this, can be exist in the rhombohedral form as well as rhombohedral form. रॉम्बोहेड्रल फॉर्म में भी ये पाया जाता है और ऑर्थोरोम्बिक में भी. So this is called, these two forms are called polymorphs of each other. Okay, these two forms are called polymorphs of each other. Okay, another most important property. कितना हुआ है? 19 minutes. Okay, we have 2-3 minutes more. Okay, what is last two properties of solids? What we are studying, mister? हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? What we are studying? We are studying characteristics or properties of crystalline solids. We are studying properties or characteristics of crystalline solid. So another most important property is what is allotropy. Allotropy. What is allotropy? Wa alaikum salam. Will study shape. What is allotropy? What is allotropy? Allotropy is the existence of an metallic or non-metallic element. Allotropy is the existence of a metallic or non-metallic element in more than one form. What is allotropy? The existence of an metallic or non-metallic element metallic or non-metallic element. Yes, please, you can come in. Thank you. So what is allotropy? Allotropy is the existence of a metallic and non-metallic element in more than one form. In more than one form is called what is called allotropy. For example, if we talked about allotropy, and we did not say anything regarding carbon, so we will be committing a big mistake. So I am describing, look at the carbon. Carbon is a non-metallic element and it can exist in three forms. And what are those three forms? They are, the first one is कार्बन किन तीन फॉर्म में पाया जाता है? That is the diamond, हीरा जिसको हम बोलते हैं. Second one is graphite. Absolutely, Mr. Anis, absolutely. And the third one, that is the buckyball, anil. So these are the these are the crystalline form of carbon. Carbon has many other forms, you all know. For example, we have coal, we have carbon also exists in the fossil fuels, you know. But these three forms of a carbon is actually a crystalline form. Okay, so that is what about the allotropy. So allotropy exists in an element. Allotropy हमारे पास एक एलिमेंट जब सॉलिड फॉर्म में हो तो उसकी प्रॉपर्टी है. और when a compound exists in a more than one shape, so that is जब एक कंपाउंड एक से ज्यादा हालतों में पाया जाए, एक से ज्यादा शेपों में पाया जाए, एक से ज्यादा सूरतों में पाया जाए, तो हम उसको बोलते हैं पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म. फिनोमेना को पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म बोलते हैं. और एंड वी कैन कॉल दीज डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स आर पॉलीमॉर्फ्स. यानी ये डिफरेंट फॉर्म जो है ना, अब ये एलोट्रोपी है ना, तो दे आर कॉल्ड एलोट्रोप्स ऑफ ईच अदर. व्हाट इज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द डायमंड एंड द ग्रेफाइट? कोई आपसे पूछे कि डायमंड का और ग्रेफाइट का आपस में ताल्लुक क्या है? व्हाट इज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द diamond and graphite. So you can, so they are the allotropes. They are the allotrope. This phenomena is called allotropy, and these are the called allotrope. So last property, the last property we are discussing. The last property of the crystalline solid, and that is the transition temperature. Anybody, you know the transition temperature? Anybody?
The temperature at which two electrons are in equilibrium.
Yes, good, very good. So what is transition temperature? Transition temperature is a temperature at which the two crystalline form of one substance exist in equilibrium with one another. What is transition temperature? Transition temperature is that temperature at that temperature, the two forms of one substance exist in equilibrium with one another. So I am writing the temperature the temperature at which the two crystalline form of one substance, of a single substance, exists in equilibrium. Okay, so what is that temperature? And so I am discussing example of, look at the sulfur always remember one thing regarding the sulfur. What is the molecular form of sulfur का molecular form कौन सा है? शाबाश, H2, ऑप्शन दे देता हूं, H2, H4, H6, H8. सल्फर किस मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्म में पाया जाता है? शाबाश, सल्फर ऑलवेज एग्जिस्ट इन S8 मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्म. सो इसलिए मैं लिख रहा हूं. यस, थैंक यू, यू कैन. S8. So this S8 is in equilibrium with another S8. Which this S8 is what? This S8 is rhombic. This S8 is rhombic form. And this S8 is monoclinic form. So look at 895.6 degree. 895.6 degree. These two forms of a sulfur exist in equilibrium with one another. So this temperature 95.6 is actually termed as what? Transition temperature, because in which the two forms are interchangeable in a transition, in a changing position. So 95.6 is the transition temperature of sulfur. Sulfur exists in two forms, rhombic form and monoclinic form. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being with us. And one thing, do not forget to subscribe my channel, Advanced Level Chemistry with Mudassir.